Hey everyone, welcome to D2 Global News. If the Statue of Liberty could talk, she'd probably be screaming, "Hey America, remember who gave me to you?" But she doesn't need to say a word because the French just did it for her. While the White House is busy dealing with Ukraine, China, and a global economic war, Paris just pulled a move that might have Washington on edge. Because this time, France isn't just opposing some random US let-in policy. They're actually demanding the Statue of Liberty back. Yep, the same statue they gifted to the US in 1886, a symbol of freedom, human rights, and welcoming immigrants. And why? Because they believe America no longer deserves it. But hold on, this isn't just a petty take-back move. This is a calculated power play. France is making it crystal clear that it's done living under America's shadow. It wants Europe to be more independent, and most importantly, it wants Washington to know that the days of America speaks, Europe listens are over. So what's behind this bold move? Let's break it all down. But first, smash that like button, hit share, and subscribe to support the channel. Now, let's dive in. In modern history, the US has always been the top dog in the Western Alliance, especially within NATO. But French President Emmanuel Macron, a guy who's all about a self-sufficient Europe, is not here to play by America's rules. And if you look at 3 recent moves by France, it's obvious that things are shifting. 1. France defies the US on Ukraine. While the US is pushing for a ceasefire because, let's be real, they're exhausted from this war, France is doing the exact opposite. Donald Trump doesn't want to burn through billions more on Ukraine, especially with all the chaos happening back home. But Macron, he straight up gathered European leaders for a private meeting, discussing plans to send troops to Ukraine, ignoring Washington's clear disapproval. When the US wants to step back, France wants Europe to step up. 2. France wants Europe to ditch American weapons. The US is the biggest arms dealer to Europe, especially with the F-35 fighter jet that so many European countries are buying. But France hates that. Let me know if you need anything else. Here's the full text as requested. They're now aggressively pushing EU nations to stop buying American weapons and switch to made-in-Europe military tech, like France's Rafale jets or SAMP-T air defense systems. And this isn't just about money, it's about power. If Europe relies less on US weapons, it also means Washington loses control over Europe's military. The ultimate symbolic move, the Statue of Liberty. And now, the biggest flex of them all, France is seriously calling for the Statue of Liberty to be returned. French politicians have openly said that if the US keeps its harsh immigration policies, including deporting people ruthlessly, then America no longer deserves the statue. Sounds ridiculous? Maybe. But underneath the words is a loud and clear message. France no longer sees the US as a beacon of freedom. Washington is not happy about this, and for good reason. If these French moves actually work, the US could lose a lot financially, politically, and strategically. 1. If Europe stops buying American weapons, the US military-industrial complex could lose tens of billions every year. If Macron actually pushes for an independent European military, NATO could be in serious trouble. And remember, Trump already called NATO a useless organization. 3. If the Ukraine war keeps dragging on without US control, it could turn into a political disaster for Washington, especially with elections around the corner. So who's right, the US or France? Pro-America view. Macron is just showboating. Europe can't protect itself without the US. This Statue of Liberty stunt is just a political joke. Pro-France view. Europe has been too dependent on the US for way too long. It's time to stand on its own. America is no longer the symbol of freedom. Its immigration policies go against human rights. What's next? 3 possible scenarios. So what happens now? 1. America wins. Macron fails. Europe stays dependent on the US for military and economy, and Lady Liberty stays right where she is. 2. France wins. Europe actually reduces its reliance on the US, forcing Washington to rethink its strategy with allies. 3. A compromise. The US gives some ground, but France can't fully break away. A cold peace between allies. Let me know if you need any edits. Here's the full text as requested. No matter how this plays out, one thing is clear. Europe wants out of America's shadow. France once gifted the Statue of Liberty as a symbol of friendship, but now, over a century later, they seem to have forgotten why. Or maybe America has changed so much that France feels it no longer deserves the gift. Either way, tensions between Paris and Washington are heating up, and this time, France is done playing the little brother role. But hey, if France really takes back the Statue of Liberty, the U.S. could always order a new one from China. After all, made in China is already a big part of American life. What do you think? Should France get the statue back? Is Europe better off without America? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss our latest updates. See you in the next one. Cheers. Let me know if you need anything else.